Testing, testing. 1 2 1 2. Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of As the Sports World Burns. My name is Tony Burns, bringing you sports and opinions on several subjects. Old school wisdom with the new school perspective. This episode is actually a day late. A little over a day late. Had a busy weekend. Not complaining. Love my job. But like every job, some days are tougher than others. And I had a busy weekend. Had a Symetra Tour LPGA Women's Pro Golf Tournament in my backyard. I had to cover it up this weekend. Great tournament. Had some of the best golfers in the world. So I think it was 150, 160 something golfers from, I believe, 40 different countries. It's fun. Meet a lot of great people, but it's work. You got to hustle. And I'm old, and my hustling days are about 10 years in the rear view. But every once in a while, I have to break out the running shoes. And Sunday I interviewed the winner. I'm not going to butcher her first name. A young lady, 20-year-old golfer from Korea. It's called her KK Park. She won the tournament. Great interview at the end. She shot a 65 on the last day. It's the Mystic Creek, which is one of the toughest courses in the country. 65. She was 6 shots down. Ended up winning by 2 shots. It was very exciting, but retiring the next day. Eldorad's girls golf team won the 5A state championship for the second year in a row. This is exciting, but had to work to get that in the paper. Also, Partners Chapel had a girl make all state in the 2A state golf tournament. Meanwhile, Smacker was getting ready to compete in the 3A state golf tournament a couple of days later, so I had to do a preview for that. So it was a little bit hectic. I'll be honest with you. I got home from work. I was going to do this podcast a day or so ago. I got in from the office about 8 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock in the evening, sat in my little recliner, and maybe 20 minutes. I guess I'm not sure when it was, but it was around 8 o'clock. When I sat down, I woke up around 4:30 in the morning. Did not plan for that to happen. Woke up at 4:30, got up, turned all the lights out, turned the TV off, which everything was, had been left on. Went to bed around 4:30. You woke up to 11:30, so I was pretty tired, I guess. And so, as you can imagine, my whole day was shot. I had several things to do, and unfortunately, I was a little late to get this podcast. And so, I'm not sure when this is going to get uploaded, so I'm not really sure what to talk about, to be honest with you. The Razorbacks, as everyone knows by now, beat Texas A&M last Saturday. Major upset. Well, on paper, major upset. And this week they play at Georgia, which is Arkansas moved up into the top 10. Razorbacks are number 8 this week. Georgia is number 2 in the country. So I think it's an 11 a.m. start Central Time on ESPN, so it's the major game of the day. Looking at the point spread, Georgia Bulldogs are an 18.5 point favorite, which seems a bit high considering Arkansas is ranked. But I think it just tells you what they think of the Bulldogs. People think Georgia and Alabama are head and shoulders above everyone else in the country. And so 18.5 point favorite over Arkansas is not an insult to Arkansas. I'm assuming the point spread will be the same against pretty much everyone in the country except Alabama. It's at in Athens, Georgia, between the hedges. Have a home field, home crowd advantage. Yeah. Uh, ESPN Football Power Index has Georgia 89.1% chance of winning. Arkansas 2.9. Um, so yeah, it could be a long afternoon, but win or lose, Razorbacks have already exceeded expectations. I don't really see how anyone could be upset, and you don't want to get boat race like Vanderbilt did last week after Georgia beat them 60 something to 0. Don't want that to happen. I don't think it will. Hawks should be competitive, especially early. Uh, I watched Georgia's defense against Clemson. Obviously, Clemson is not what they used to be, but it was Clemson. But Georgia's defense looks ridiculous. It's scary. I'm afraid of what's going. I don't know how Arkansas going to move the ball. I guess their defensive front, their linebackers, just like everything. It's going to be a great test. But we'll see. I did not pick Arkansas to beat Texas A&M last week, so I'm going to be honest with you. And so, I'm not going to pick them this week either. Let's just keep it going. Just quick thought about Texas A&M game. Razorbacks. KJ Jefferson. If you're not a fan of KJ Jefferson, who's Arkansas' quarterback, if you didn't become a fan of his last week, you'll never become a fan. He showed some guts, went back out there, played hurt, ran over a couple of guys, got the key first down in the game. That guy, KJ Jefferson is the quarterback and the leader of that team. And he's was a sophomore. That got the stud. So, but anyway, like I said, I'm not sure when this is going to get uploaded, so I'm not going to speak a whole lot about the Razorback game. A little bit about the high school golf. El Dorado's girls, man, they won last year. They returned pretty much the entire team from last year. They went through the entire season, and they won everything. They participated every tournament, every tri-match. They tied one home tri-match against Nashville, and then they finished second in a tournament in Bryant. They finished second to Cabot, 6A school. And everything else they did, they won this year. It was a dominating season. They had Target on their back all year, and they still dominated. They showed up every single time and competed at a high level. It's a very impressive season. Aubrey Marks is the leader of the team. She made All-State, but she's going to compete overall. And I hope Walthall, Laney Hammock, and Alexa Halsey are the other members of that team. So congratulations to the Lady Wildcats golf team. They came home on Monday and had a police escort back into town, which was really nice. Sirens blasting and cheerleaders cheering as they drove into town. So yeah, they deserved every moment of that. I hope they enjoyed it. What a way to cap your senior year of golf. Everybody's boys will try to do the same thing next week. They will host the 5A state golf tournament. They are also the defending state champions. Wildcats have not been as dominant as the Lady Wildcats. A little more competition. The girls, by the way, won their tournament, won their championship by 17 strokes. I don't know how, if you're not familiar with golf, that's a lot. It wasn't close. They won the conference tournament by 50. So, yeah, the boys, it will be closer. I have not actually talked to the boys' coach yet, so I'm not sure if they're the favorite. I would think they would be, but it'll be interesting. Good luck to the Wildcat boys golf team. Like I said, I believe Aubrey Marks and I think I need to check. I believe the top three ladies all made All-State for El Dorado, which would be Marks, Walthall, and Laney Hammock. For Parker's Chapel, Bella Frisbee, a sophomore, made All-State. And for Smackover, Um, Mackenzie Preston, a senior, I believe made All-State, so congratulations for them. So the boys tournament will be next week, and I believe the state tennis tournament will be the week after that. Whew. So it may be a few more of those nights where I come in and plop down at 8 o'clock and fall asleep and don't wake up till the wee hours of the morning. So, but I can handle it. As long as teams are bringing home state championships, I don't mind it. And I apologize for being a little unorganized. Like I said, this is been the last few days have been rough. I won't say a whole lot about El football. They lost again at Jonesboro. They had a 20-7 lead and losing 31-20. Hopefully they'll get on track against Pine Bluff. Been a rough season for football, except for every team except for strong 8-man football. They are undefeated. The Bulldogs played 8-man football for the first time ever, and they seem to have made the adjustment pretty well. There are a few real changes in 8-man football. Apparently, the Bulldogs read the book, and because they've been blowing people out in 8-man football. So congratulations to Strong. I don't know if I'll get a chance to get out and see Strong this season, but whether I'm there or not, just keep doing what you're doing, Bulldogs. We're gonna wrap this up. Top 5 list. Uh, do some wrestling, some professional wrestling. I'm a big wrestling fan. Not as much as I used to be. It's hard. It is getting very, very difficult to remain a professional wrestling fan. It seems like the WWE is doing everything they can to discourage grown-ups from watching their product. It's aimed for children. They're selling their T-shirts and their toys to children. I understand it. I know it's not aimed at me. I know I'm not the focal point of their storylines and their characters. I get it. But geez, it's getting ridiculous. I DVR it. My DVR kind of gets it automatically, and I'll fast forward through most of it. It's hard to watch. So I'll talk more about that at some point later. My top 5 list for today. Let's do top 5 tag teams of all time, pro wrestling tag teams of all time, and talk about old school wisdom, new school perspective. This my list is gonna be real old school. There's just not a whole lot going on these days that I like. Uh, and before I give this list, I'm gonna little disclaimer here. For me, my preference for my wrestlers I want them to look intimidating. I want them to look real. I want them to look authentic. I want them to look like they could actually win a fight. Okay, I'm not really into the 190-pound guys that I feel like I can have I have a chance of holding on with. I want them to be larger than life. I want them to be mean, vicious, that type of thing. So for my list, I'll tell you up front, you're not gonna see the hard boys. And they were great. They were entertaining. The high flying, flipping and stuff, not my thing. You're not gonna see Midnight Express, the Rockers, any of those smaller teams. They're great, but like I said, not my thing. Young Bucks, definitely not gonna see the Young Bucks. But, so anyway, wasting the time. Number 5, Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, real old school, and they were just scary. They were very, I believe they're related to Roman Reigns, actually. I think they're his ancestors. But yeah, they were a dominant tag team. They were one of those guys that you look out there on TV and you said, nobody ever beat those guys. And that's what I like about them. Number 4, let's go with the road. No, sorry, deleted myself. 4 Horsemen. 4 Horsemen. And I think this is mainly Arn and Ole Anderson. It was the tag team, but he had Ric Flair and Tully Blanchard also in the Horsemen. So it was actually 4 on 2 when they fought. But they were saying rough and rugged guys, no nonsense guys, and I like them. I like the Horsemen as a group. Number 3, go with the Freebirds, the fabulous Freebirds. Uh, I believe, I'm not sure, I believe they were the first wrestlers to have entrance music. They were the first one I saw with entrance music. They used to come out to Leonard Skinner's Freebird. They had the robes, and they were just the hair, and they were just totally different from anything else at the time. And Michael Hayes was the talker. But then they had the thumper was Terry Bam Bam Gordy. He'd come out there, he kick butt, big rugged guy. So Freebirds number 3. Number 2, the Dudley Boys. This is the most recent tag team, and they retired by now, I think. But I discovered them at ECW, the original ECW, and then they went to WWE, and it was a little watered down version of the Dudley Boys and WWE. But they were mean. They would put people through tables. That's the group that, Diva against the table, and they pick somebody and they slam them to a table, and they slam women to a table, old women, children, whatever, and they were just dirty. And in real life, they'd be in jail serving several life sentences with professional wrestling. It was entertainment. So the Dudley Boys number 2, and obviously I kind of gave it away earlier. The Road Warriors number 1 tag team of all time, of all the times. Again, the face paint, the talk, the trash talk. They had Precious Paul Ellering for a manager at times, and he could talk it. Um, and they were just bigger, stronger, badder than everybody else. They didn't sell anybody else's offense. It was ridiculous. But yeah, they were entertaining, and it still stands the test of time. If you look at YouTube, you look at some of the old World Warrior videos, and you say, okay, yeah, they pretty good today too. Except today they'd have some kind of demon gimmick where they would be spitting black blood or something. Anyway. That's a show for today, I think. I'm gonna go get some more sleep. I gotta get my sleep time down. Everything, my sleep, what do you call it? My sleep routine is thrown off now ever since that night. I'm waking up way too early in the morning, and I'm getting sleepy in the afternoon. I gotta get everything back in order. But anyway, that's my problem, not yours. I really appreciate you guys listening. Guys and girls, gals, ladies and gentlemen, whatever. Like I said, if you're on YouTube or whatever, if you would subscribe, I would appreciate it. And look forward to talking to you again. Whatever you're doing, as you were.